I'll tell you right now, you've never seen a twist on live TV quite like this one. Imagine singing your soul out on national television, pouring 20 years of longing into a song, only to look up and realize the voice harmonizing with you belongs to the brother you lost as a child. Yeah, that happened. Two destinies ripped apart by tragedy, stitched together again under the bright lights of Nashville. A simple lullaby holding a family's love across decades. If that isn't enough to keep you watching, I don't know what is. So here's how it all really began. Maya Thompson grew up on the rain-soaked streets of Seattle, raised by a gentle but quiet couple who'd adopted her at 6. Her earliest memories were misty, blurred faces, strange houses, but through all that static, there was this one thing that never faded: her mother's lullaby. That melody was like a ghost that wrapped itself around her heart every night, a comfort so private she never sang it out loud for anyone. When the world felt too big, Maya would find her old piano and let her fingers wander, humming those notes like she was calling out to someone lost just beyond memory. She was 26, teaching music to kids who clung to her gentle strength, finding small moments of joy in each lesson, even as she carried this hollow ache she couldn't name. Her friends saw her as soulful, even quietly beautiful, but Maya always felt like she was living with a missing piece. Meanwhile, way out in sunburnt Los Angeles, Ethan Mitchell's life couldn't have been more different. Adopted at 4 by a blue-collar family, he grew up elbow-deep in grease and engine oil. Hands rough, voice smooth as honey, green eyes just like Maya's, though neither of them knew it. On Friday nights, Ethan would sing in smoky bars, voice pouring out all the longing he couldn't explain, and sometimes in his dreams, that same lullaby would haunt him. Notes he couldn't write down, words he never quite remembered, but always the ache of someone missing. Neither one knew their history. The mother, Sarah Collins, a songwriter, killed in a crash, their family shattered by the foster system. Maya and Ethan shipped off to strangers on opposite coasts. Over the years, both of them had gone searching, always coming up empty, except for the one thread their mother left, that song, echoing across time. Then America's Hidden Voices announced auditions in Seattle and LA. For Maya, it was a leap of faith. Maybe sharing her lullaby would fill that hollow space. For Ethan, it was a shot at peace, a hope that singing that tune for a real audience might finally set him free. Of course, neither of them expected their choices would bring them face to face. Cut to Nashville, where the air buzzes like a live wire, contestants everywhere, nerves on edge. Maya clutches her handwritten sheet music, hands shaking, whispering her mother's song like a prayer. Ethan paces backstage, guitar case at his feet, feeling exposed and raw, like the world is waiting to see him break. They pass each other in the hallway, two ghosts on different paths, until destiny calls both names, one after the other to Maya's first. She sits at the piano, stage lights soft on her hair, and starts to play. The audience hushes. Her voice lifts, clear, trembling, beautiful, a song about loss and hope, every note spun from her deepest longing. Ethan's watching from the wings, heart stuttering, because the melody hits him like lightning. That's his song, his mother's song, his sister's voice. He can't move, can't breathe. Then it's Ethan's turn. He steps into the light, eyes locked on Maya, and starts to sing the same lullaby, same words, same aching hope. For a moment, the whole world stops. Their voices entwine, the auditorium vanishes, and you can practically hear every heart breaking in the room. Maya sees the truth, the brother she lost, found again in the space of a song. They finish, faces streaked with tears, and the audience knows they've witnessed something more than talent. This is family, fate, the universe showing off. The next morning, Maya's spinning, can't focus, can't shake the feeling she's just touched something sacred. She sits in her tiny apartment, callback notice on her phone, but all she can see is Ethan's face when their voices met. Across town, Ethan's pacing his hotel room, reliving every second. Never has a performance felt like this. Never has music broken him so completely. And behind the scenes, the show's producers are freaking out. It's television gold. The execs say, replaying that duet over and over. Meanwhile, Maya calls her adoptive mom, tries to explain the impossible, the way Ethan knew every note, like he'd heard that song as a child. What if he's my brother? She whispers. Ethan's adoptive dad has his own questions. Maybe it's time to dig deeper, he says, but adoption records are sealed, and all Ethan has are scraps of memory, a fire, a little sister's voice. Callbacks come fast. The producers pair Maya and Ethan for a duet, hoping to catch lightning in a bottle twice. In the green room, Maya finally asks, "Where do you learn that song?" Ethan's answer shatters her. "It's all I remember from before I was adopted. My mother sang it to me, and my sister." Maya's world tilts. "I had a brother," she chokes out. "We were separated when our parents died. I was 5, he was 4. Their hands find each other, shaking, desperate, as years of pain pour out. "Is it really you?" "My eye," she whispers, using his childhood nickname. They collapse into each other, 20 years of longing crashing out in sobs, other contestants watching in stunned silence. Even the producers are crying, caught up in the magic. Back on stage for the next round, Maya steps forward, voice steady, hands locked with Ethan's. She tells the world their story, separated by tragedy, reunited by music, about to sing their mother's lullaby together for the first time since childhood. The audience is in pieces before they even start. And when their voices rise in harmony, it's not about a competition anymore. It's about healing, belonging, and love that refuses to die. After that performance, everything changes. Social media explodes. Families from all over reach out, saying they see themselves in Maya and Ethan's story. The production team leans into the drama, featuring them together in group numbers, giving them time to rediscover each other. In quiet moments backstage, Maya and Ethan piece together the years, sharing stories, scars, the memories of their mother. Even when other contestants whisper about unfair advantages or judges warn only one can win, the siblings know they've already won more than any trophy could give. Of course, tension builds, jealousy, rumors, and the pressure of fame. But Maya and Ethan lean on each other, promising they won't let the show or the world come between them again. One night, unable to sleep, they sneak up to the rooftop, humming their mother's song to the stars, joined by other contestants drawn by the beauty of the melody. Their secret is no longer theirs alone, and that's a good thing. The song is finally being heard, reaching the people who need it. The night of the semifinals, Maya pours her soul into the piano, telling the world about the song, the separation, and the miracle of reunion. Her voice is raw with feeling, every note a promise, every verse a tribute. Ethan watches, tears streaming down his face. The judges are speechless, the audience on its feet, parents holding their children a little tighter. When the last note fades, you could hear a pin drop before the entire place erupts. Standing ovation, viral videos, the whole world celebrating the power of music and love. In the final, Maya is crowned champion, but she can barely hear it through her tears. Ethan at her side, smiling with pride, knowing they've already won what matters. Their victory speech is a vow to use the prize money to start a foundation that keeps siblings together in foster care, to record their mother's music and share it with every broken family longing for hope. 1 year later, they're standing on stage at Madison Square Garden, thousands of voices rising in chorus with their mother's lullaby. They've found each other, and in doing so, sparked hope for millions. If you've ever lost someone, Maya says, don't give up. Sometimes all it takes is one song, one step back into your past to find your future. The lights dim, but the story lingers, spreading from heart to heart. So if you believe in the power of family, if you've ever wished for a miracle, hit that like button, share your story in the comments, and keep the music alive, because no goodbye is forever when love is waiting on the other side. What would you have done if you were Maya or Ethan? Ever dreamed a song could bring someone back to you? Let's talk about it.